Hello there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories. First one is about an emergency session of Amhara Regional Council. 3 days ago, I reported that an emergency session had been called. It was planned for Wednesday, then it was postponed. Now, on a Friday, the session will be held. What is going to happen at this meeting of Amhara Regional Council? Second, viewers, Andargachu Sege was interviewed again by Mr. McConnell last night. Andargachu Sege, who was one of the staunch supporters of PM Abiy's government, criticized Ethiopian PM last night. I have a clip of the politician for you with English subtitles. He hinted at Abiy-TPLF alliance in his talk. What did he say? And he criticized PM Abiy's entire tenure of the last 5 years. Last 5 years were years of massacres and corruption. That is what he meant. But 2 years ago, he was clad in military uniform, supporting PM Abiy's government when there was war on Tigray. And now he says that the last 5 years of PM Abiy's government were full of massacres, incompetence, robberies, corruption. Firstly, viewers, Amhara Regional Council is due to meet tomorrow on a Friday. An emergency session has been called. What is the agenda? Who is going to attend? Well, so far, agenda has not been made public. Regional council members were told to arrive early. They were told to arrive by Thursday in Bahirdar regional capital. Some of them have arrived in Bahirdar. A briefing was held reportedly in regional capital. Agenda was not made public again. And secondly, the number of regional council members arrived so far is not big. So tomorrow is crucial. How many Amhara regional council members will attend Friday's meeting? That will determine the future of politics in the Amhara region, because we know that Fano fighters have been trying to threaten these regional council members. Some regional council members have been opposing the military operation, some have been opposing the federal government, accusing federal government of working against Amhara interests. Last Amhara Regional Council session was very eventful when the President Yilkal proposed dialogue. At that session, Johannes Buyalio accused federal government of marginalizing Amhara people, and then his audio call with a Fano commander was leaked and he was arrested. And if you remember, at that session, North Gondar Zone Administrator spoke about government's intentions to dismantle the interim administration in Volkai Thumera Sagade. Yalialam is his name, and he was fired after that. So those who spoke at last regional council session, they were fired or arrested. Let's see what happens this time. So these regional council members are facing dual pressure. They have to support the government. If they support the government, Fano fighters threaten them. Fano fighters could assassinate them. If they support Fano fighters, they are arrested, they are fired, they could be imprisoned. Let's see how many attend tomorrow's summit and tomorrow's meeting, and could there be a change, top level change? Is Yilkal going to be removed? What about Sema Tirone, PM Abiy's right-hand man? Who's trying to be PM Abiy's right-hand man? He's trying to be new Girmashtila. Let's see, federal government is not happy with Yilkal's performance. Yilkal is very restrained in his talk, in his actions, and federal government wants someone who is active. But at the same time, it's difficult to remove Yilkal. Obviously, to remove Yilkal, you need support of regional council members, or you need some sort of intervention from federal government under the declaration of state of emergency. We'll see tomorrow how united Amhara Prosperity Party is. What are other parties doing, and what will the members of regional council say at the parliament meeting? That we'll see in coming hours. But I think it's a very crucial session regarding the future of Amhara Prosperity Party, which is seeing internal splits. Federal government, PM Abiy government, or you can say Prosperity Party is losing its grip in the Amhara region. Lower level Prosperity Party leaders, mid-level party leaders, they are not backing a government's narrative about the war in the Amhara region. So we'll try to update you tomorrow about this key meeting of Amhara Regional Council. Can Yilkal survive? That remains to be seen too. And if Yilkal goes, what about Sema Tirone? Sema, will he be given some new task, or will he be sidelined as well? Some sources say that Sema maybe isn't going to get anything. So a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors. We have to wait a little for tomorrow's session. Secondly, viewers, Andrgacho Sege was interviewed by Massim McConnon last night. I have my thoughts on this interview on three main points. Before that, Andrgacho Sege, when he fled Ethiopia recently, was interviewed by Massim McConnon, and then he said that he was going to make some revelations. So maybe last night's interview was what he considered revelations. And Ermias, the former Ethio 360 journalist, reported about Andrgacho Sege. Andrgacho Sege did not leave Ethiopia recently. And then he criticized me a lot too. Ermias leveled some allegations against me. I don't address personal allegations. That is not what we should do. Yes, you can criticize my content. Everyone can do that. In comment section, I never block any comments. People are allowed to speak freely. I respond to comments too. But when people start becoming personal, I don't respond. So I won't respond to what Irmia said. Andrgacho Sege claims that Abiy-TPLF alliance is in the making. It could be devastating for Ethiopia. He said last 5 years of the government were full of looting and savagery. My question is, where was he in 2021? In 2021, he was clad in military uniform, backing PM Abiy's government, backing government's war on Tigray, backing Amhara region struggle to defend itself when Tigray fighters entered Amhara region. Did he say anything about government savagery, looting in 2021? No. He, Niyaman Zalake, others, they were staunch supporters of the war. They wanted extermination of TPLF. And then, when TPLF and the federal government signed a deal, Pretoria deal, all these activists, politicians, maybe former, they turned against the Prime Minister. And then PM Abiy tried to silence armed groups in the Amhara region by launching military operation. Last year it started, intensified this year. And all these activists who have been supporting the war on Tigray, who have been supporting the federal government, are now saying that last 5 years rule was full of savagery, massacre, lootings. I would say that here Anagacho Sege must review his past statements. Secondly, he spoke about this Amhara conflict, this struggle, and he says that Amharas have been fighting for all, for other ethnic groups too. Other minorities, other ethnic groups in Amhara have more rights. They enjoy more rights than minorities in other regions. There are special zones in the Amhara region, Oromia special zone, North Shore zone, where these Oromos, others, they have more rights than these groups have in other regions where they are in minority. And obviously, he warned that there should be joint struggle against the government, otherwise all are going to suffer. I have a clip for you of Anagacho Sege. Take a listen to what he said.
ሁለተኛ ደጋግሜ የገለጽኩት ያለው ይሄንን የአማራ ህዝብ ጭራቅ አድርጎ የሚስሉት ሰዎች እና የአማራ ህዝብ ታሪክ ፈጽሞ አይገናኝም ያለው ከማንኛውም ደጋግሜ ደግሞ ያውቃል፣ ህዝቡም ራሱ ያውቃል ያለው የእምነት የጋራ እስልምናና ክርስትና እምነት በአንድ ላይ በፍቅር የሚኖሩበት ቦታ ቢኖር የአማራን ክልል ያህል ቦታ ተመለከተም ቅድም የገለጽኩት ለትንሽ አማራ ክልል ውስጥ ላሉ ብሔረሰቦች የኦቶኖሚ የሰጠ በራሳቸው ቋንቋ በራሳቸው እንዲያስተዳድሩ ብቸኛ ክልል ነው። ታሪኩም ወደ ኋላ ሄደ ስትመለከት ህዝቡ መስዋዕትነት የከፈለው ለዲሞክራሲ፣ ለእኩልነት፣ ጭሰኝነት ይጥፋ። አማራ ክልል ጭሰኝነት አልነበረም። ጭሰኝነት የነበረው ኦሮሚያ ክልል ውስጥ ነው። ነገር ግን ደጋግሜ መናገር እንደሞከርኩት ያለው የአማራ ምሁርና ተማሪ ነው ከኦሮሞ ተማሪና ምሁር በላይ የኦሮሞ ህዝብ ከጭሰኝነት እንዲገላገል ሬኮርዱ አያሳይም የሚሉትን ነገር። ስለዚህ ምንም የሚያስፈራ ነገር የለም። ተመልሶ በተረኝነት የሚባል ነገር የተረኝነትም ታሪክ እንደሌለው በነገስታቱ ዘመን የነበረውን ነገር አንስተን መከራከር እንችላለን። እንዲህ አይነት ነገር ሁልጊዜም ፍትሃዊ የሆነ ለሁሉም የሚመች ሀገር የመመስረት ፍላጎት ያለው ታሪክ ያለው ባህል ያለው ህዝብ ነው። ይህንን ህዝብ የሚያደርገውን ትግል መደገፍ ማለት ተመሳሳይ የሆነ ለሁሉም የሚመች ሀገር በመፍጠር ነገር ላይ የራስን አስተዋጽኦ እንደማድረግ ነው። ይሄንን ብዙዎቹ ያውቁታል። የሚገርመው ነገር እኔ ከብዙ የተለያዩ ኢቭን አሁን ካሉ የክልል ሰዎች ጋር ተነጋግሬያለሁ። ስጋታቸው አሁን እንደውም ጭራሹኑ በግልጽ የሚወጣበት ሁኔታ ነው የተፈጠረ ያለው። የሚያውቁት ጭራቅ ወያኔ በላዩ ላይ ባለፈው 5 ዓመት ያዩት በ5 ዓመት የሚያሳየው የዘረፋ በ5 ዓመት ያሳየው ጭካኔ፣ አፈና፣ ግድያ ግልጽ የሆነለት የአብይ መንግስት አንድ ላይ ተቀናጅተው አገሪቷን ምን አይነት ሲኦል ሊያደርጓት እንደሚችሉ አስቀድመው ማየት የቻሉ ኢቭን አመራሮች አሉ። ህዝቡማ አጥንት ውስጥ ነው የገባው። ህዝቡማ ቀደም እንዳልኩት መርዶ ነው እየሰማ ያለው። የነዚህ የሁለት ኃይሎች ህብረት ህይወትን ምን ሊያስመስላት ይችላል?